with the Pledge Allegiance. Please stand.
Please face the flag, place your right hand over your heart, pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for prayer.
Lord, we are meeting here today to conduct matters of business. Guide our hearts and minds in a spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Amen.
Roll call. Commissioner Delgado.
Here.
Commissioner Pinres.
Here.
Commissioner Lynn.
Here.
Commissioner Roseno.
Here.
And added to the agenda is Commissioner Pacheco.
Present.
City staff present. Director Razo.
Here.
Assistant Director Carnier.
Here.
And Senior HR Analyst Nicole Shaken. I am here. And we don't have any corrections to the agenda at this time. At this time, we have public comment cards. Speakers in order are Mr. Rosa Beja, followed by Celia Lopez, and then Mr. Rosa Beja.
Good evening, Will Savera, resident. Thank you, Civil Service, for coming in. Glad to see you guys here for not being here for 2 years. I stand before you as a concerned citizen with a background in public safety, and I firmly believe in the importance of public safety. I would like to address 2 critical issues and warrant your attention and immediate action. First and foremost, I urge the Commission to revisit the practices that governed our civil service system before the tenure of 2019. The true essence of our civil service lies in the integrity and fairness, and to preserve this, we must embark on our own investigation to uncover real past practices concerning job announcement, potential flyers, and certified eligibility list. It is essential that we rely on unbiased information rather than interpretations in previous city manager or officials. Our commitment to transparency and accountability demands nothing less. Furthermore, our city is currently facing between 4 to 7 active lawsuits involving former city employees. This is not insignificant cases. They can potentially cost upwards of $2 million for each case. The individuals involved, namely Navarro, Creswell, Carrera, Chavez, and Ferrari, were terminated without due process. This constitutes a clear violation of their property rights, which is under the government code equate to their job rights. The consequences of these unjust terminations have been devastating and forcing some of them to sell the property to make ends meet. With noting that in the approved budget for 2023 to 2024, we are quoted for having around $600 of surplus. However, in recent council meetings, the surplus has revised down to approximately $280,000. In this context, the role of Civil Service Commission becomes even more crucial by ensuring that the civil service systems operates fairly and justly. You can help protect the hard-earned tax dollars of our residents. I implore that the Commission to conduct a thorough investigation into these lawsuits to uncover the truth behind each one. In your investigation, also assess if the City Attorney, Arnold Glassman, bears any responsibility as he is obligated to provide sound legal advice to the City Council. Moreover, it is crucial to determine why policies and procedures were not followed in these cases, understand the reasons behind these deviations. We also must inquire into what measures the Civil Service Commission plans to implement to prevent such incidents in the future, particularly those driven by personal vendettas. In conclusion, our commitment to justice and fairness within Montebello must remain unwavering. Let us prioritize the integrity of our civil service system, learn from past practices, and ensure that every individual's rights are upheld. The trust and well-being of our community depend on it. Thank you for your time.
Hi, good evening. City Commissioners. My name is Cecilia Lopez. I'm also a resident and an employee. I'm a bus operator. I'm here in representation of Smart TD. I'm the general chairperson, representing bus operators, mechanics, storekeepers, and equipment service workers. I'm just here to welcome you guys. I'm glad that you guys are here, and I'll be meeting pretty soon with you guys. I shortly got a notice of a commissioner appeal for one of our members, and I just wanted to introduce myself and hope that we have an unbiased panel here. Thank you for your time.
Just for clarification, she said come back up, but the speaker card is for agenda item number 1, I believe. No, I'm sorry, for number 2, for job specifications. Do you want me to do it now or come back when you guys have it pulled up? Okay. When I was looking at the job qualifications for the electrician and the plumber, it says licenses and certifications. If we can actually get somebody to amend this and we could actually put licensing or some type of journeyman or some type of qualifications, because if they're not qualified and they're just a trainee, it's gonna take them a long time to get up to par and then really start making adjustments, versus if somebody's already qualified and learned, we're gonna save ourselves some time for training and we can actually get some items done quicker, because every one of you guys is a professional and you all know that when you have the skill and time and tenure, it makes the job a lot easier versus a newbie. Thank you very much.
On regular business, the first item is commission reorganization. So we will have you decide who you would like to have as your chairperson and your vice chairperson. That is amongst the 5 of you to decide who that is and to vote. And then going forward for the next year, that would be the chair. So I'll leave it to you to discuss if you have somebody you would like to nominate or if you would like to nominate yourself.
I nominate Fimbres.
Does
I
anybody?
just have a question. I'm sorry. I just might have overheard. Nobody's planning on quitting or anything like that anytime soon? That would probably affect, you know, who I nominate.
Nomination, yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. In a few months. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I happened to be overhear it as I was passing by. So, okay. And so I just have a question. Who is the commissioner for the mayor and the mayor pro tem?
Mayor.
Mayor pro tem, and you're the mayor. Okay. I don't know. When I served in the planning commission, we used to follow the city council. But you know, that's just, I'm not hung up on anything, but it's just something to think about. My mic is off. Sorry about that. You guys heard me, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I'll say it all over again.
Sorry.
You know, thank you, Delia, Commissioner Delgado. But I kind of like that idea that Alexandra said, Commissioner Briseño, that it followed the rotation of the mayor and the mayor pro tem. So with that, I'd like to nominate you for the chairperson position.
You being Ms. Delgado?
Oh, Ms. Delgado, I'm sorry. You.
I have no preference one way or another, but
Do we have a second for that?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sorry. Perfect. Thank you. And then the vice chair, with that frame, with that same idea, would we be saying that Mr. Fimbres would be vice chair?
Yes, so I'll nominate Commissioner Fimbres to be the vice chair.
Do we have a second for that?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. So, Ms. Chairperson, would you like to go forward and conduct the meeting at this point, or do you want me to go forward and with the items? Or do you
Yes,
wanna
let's go forward with the items.
Okay, I'll let you
Yeah,
handle
I'm
it.
a newbie.
Thank you. So, item number 2.
Number 2 is job specifications recommendation for electrician.
Did everybody have a chance to review the spec
Yes.
that has been provided? Was there any questions on the specification that you have for Mr. Coiner? He's here to answer any questions.
I do have a question. Is this for an electrician position opening up, or is it open, or is it a
A brand new
promotion?
classification to introduce, to add to the classification plan to the city council to adopt. So what happens with the commission is commission reviews the classification, makes any changes that you may have, or questions, answers, we can clarify, we can amend at this point. Anything that you see that may need to, it would be your recommendation to council to adopt. So, or not. So that is that's the role of the commission.
So on this classification, it does not say certified electrician.
Okay. Well, it also notes here with the 2 years experience in regards of being in the trades, and we can make that modification if you want to have like some type of additional licensee, if you want to add that, Commissioner Delgado.
Do you want to add something?
Yes, so just doing my own research and kind of polling the surrounding cities, I noticed many cities don't have per se an electrician, a standalone position. A lot of times it's built in with maintenance and maintenance 1, maintenance 2. But establishing an electrician position in its own, I did find the position in Monterey Park, Linwood, and Santa Fe Springs were the only 3 cities that had an electrician position. Looking at the, first off, what is the proposed salary schedule for this? Do you guys have that, or?
It's not here in the spec, but I believe we can provide that to you.
Okay.
Correct?
And the only reason I asked that is because of the comps of the surrounding cities and what they require versus what we require. So looking at the electrician position in the qualification, education, and experience, it talks about the high school diploma and 2 years experience performing the general maintenance and/or electric work, and any combination of training and experience which provides the required skills, knowledge, and abilities. Most of the other cities require technical courses from a trade school or a college in electrical theory or some type of apprenticeship completion program. We're hiring a person into a standalone position, or we're proposing a position in a standalone position. It's not an electrician apprentice. I'm assuming it's a full journeyman position, but there's no journeyman experience required, and that's a concern. In having very limited job bulletins to look through, I pulled the Montebello Unified School District one for electrician, and their requirements are more extensive, where they require graduation from high school and 2 years of journey level experience in the electrical trade. So in order to be a journeyman, you have to have completed some type of trade program or apprentice program. So I'm a little concerned. I would like to see at least 2 years of journey level experience somewhere in there, because if we're hiring them as an electrician and not an apprentice, there's nobody to train them to be an electrician. So.
Yes, sir. No, we could make that modification in regards of changing the verbiage in regards of 2 years experience performing general maintenance and electrical work. We can go to a 2-year journeyman and apprentice, completion of apprentice program in there, sir. No problem.
How many positions are we hiring?
Just one.
Just one? Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to add?
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, so, yeah, I would be comfortable if we were to add something like what is it called? I wrote it down here. It's a completion of a recognized apprenticeship program. So there's one for like a plumber apprenticeship program, or an electrician, or a 2-year vocational, or a combination of a few years experience in industry plus the vocational school, something like that. If we could, I know I noticed the city of Carson is hiring a plumber right now, and they listed something like that. So I'd like that for our city.
Mr. Pacheco,
So
Commissioner?
that would be a combination of a work experience and/or trade school type of qualification. So that would be augmenting the classification here. Is that what you're alluding to? Yeah. Am I on here?
Yeah, you're just too far.
Okay. Yeah, did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Lim, Commissioner Lim, do you have anything you want to add?
Nothing to add. You all covered
Yes.
what I wanted to cover, so.
I'm in agreement. I think that it says electrician, they should have some experience or journeyman. I'm in agreement with 2 years or more because the position states electrician,
You know, if I may add, I would even put
not
on there,
trainee, yeah.
like a desirable qualification, maybe a C10 electrical contractor's license as desirable, because having that, you know, they're going to be pretty squared away when it comes to electricity.
Yes, sir. You know, usually when a person has a C10, they're usually a business owner, and they will make quite much more than what this position will be providing, sir. But, you know, desirable, yes, we could say is desirable. Yes, sir.
Just one other question, would these expanded requirements or experience, education or on the job, would that be commensurate with a higher salary, or are you going to factor that in?
Well, this is where my understanding, maybe Mr. Director Razo can chime in a little bit, but right now we're trying to develop the job spec itself, and then we have the comp study by a third party for these positions. And then according to that comp study, then the the hourly salary will then be provided on the job flyer, if I'm correct, sir.
Correct, and also too, for the sake of the Civil Service Commission, we're here to clarify, obviously, the roles, the requirements, the desired requirements for the classification. The salary would then, obviously, we would market it, and that would actually go to the city council for approval. So there's still that additional step for the pay side of it. So, does that clarify it for the group?
It does. I have,
Go ahead.
oh, thank you. So I have a suggestion, and this could be modified or whatever. It's just a thought I'm throwing out here. What if we look at, say, within a 10-mile radius or 15-mile radius, let's pick 5 cities, and see what requirements they list for the electrician and the plumber, and then we pick something in the middle. So if it includes the recognized apprenticeship program, fantastic. If it's in combination with maybe like a few years' experience with the vocational, something like that, and then we can come up and then we just write it out. My suggestion.
Commissioner Briseño, I could actually answer that. With that, we actually do have actual agreed upon market cities that are already comparable cities to the city of Montebello. So what we would do, we'd actually start to look at some of those to make any type of recommended adjustments. But we actually have cities that are essentially used as our comparators already established. And we actually have those established with the associations and unions.
Yeah, sounds great. The only thing, the thing that popped out at me, for example, is that really the requirements that we're asking for is a driver's license and to pass an asbestos medical examination. So we just want to see a little bit more on vocational school or apprenticeship program or, whatever. I'm sure there's got to be more that other cities list than these two.
We could definitely do that, and also we would also obviously take into consideration what the use of the position will be in the department to make sure that we're also not classing someone out so that we're not getting the application level that we're currently seeking. So we will make sure to tie in those type of specs that we're researching and making sure that they are equivalent to what Coiner and team expect from this position. And as Mr. Feenberg also mentioned, we could also look to some of those desired classifications so that maybe not so much required for some, but maybe we could put in some desired as well for those that that obviously not applicants will have, but we can maybe filter that way as well. So we could definitely look at that when we go to bring that back to the Civil Service Commission.
I have one question for you. Do we know that we do not have a qualified electrician within our employ now in Public Works? Someone that is a, contract, or has their contractor license?
Currently, we have electrical contractors under contract to provide us electrical service. We do not have a certified electrician on staff. And that is the genesis in regards of just trying to develop this position and get it authorized by the commission. So then we have someone out in the field providing guidance, also doing preventive maintenance, and also recognizing dangerous situations out there within our facilities and also out there in the community that could really recognize that and be able to handle the situation at that moment.
So their job specification will also include maintenance, and within the city, being an employee, they'll need to do whatever is asked of them, other than electrician?
Correct. It's not just that, because us as being as small of a facility maintenance team as we are at this moment, naturally, one day they're probably helping painting or doing some type of light construction or whatnot within the city. But at the same time, they are the lead technician, electrician for the city. So if there's any emergency call out, they'll immediately go to that situation.
We had a similar situation some years ago here in the city. We had a licensed electrician, and they got what was called certification pay, an additional pay for being a certified electrician, had regular duties as a maintenance worker, but was called upon to do electrical work. So that's what I was trying to get at.
Yes, ma'am.
Is if we had someone.
Yes, definitely, and this person will be available on call and providing services on the weekends in rotation with other members of the facility team.
Yes.
On the job description, it says assist in the inspection. Hello, okay. On the job description, it says assist in the inspection of electrical work performed by outside contractors. Since there's only one electrician that's being contemplated, who will he assist with? Well, he's gonna do it himself or herself. And would this person be qualified to inspect the work of contractors who presumably would have more experience than him or her?
Well, we're looking to bring in someone that would have sufficient amount of experience to be able to recognize if a contractor is doing something that is against code or does not look correct, and to bring it to my attention and to the other building inspector's attention. So as a team, we can then assess and look at the situation, and to just having someone there overseeing the contractors is a big plus. It's, keeping the contractors honest, but at the same time, making sure that the quality of the job is being done correctly and bringing the best value to the city, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You guys have been formal, so I'm curious, can I ask a question? Because I heard three of you guys ask questions, and they really didn't get answered. It's kind of a tap dance around. So.
I'm sorry, we can't.
Yeah, that's what I was asking earlier, and when I was
I know,
speaking
but
to them,
you
they actually
can't.
said it was informal, so I was
The
just asking.
chairperson, she could-
Yeah.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not appropriate.
Yeah, it's not, yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So anything, I'll try to answer to the best of my abilities.
Other than the questions we asked and kind of seeing something to that effect come before us so that we can make informed, or help with informed decisions.
So you have a couple of ways to go. You could either make a motion to approve and then state out what you would like to see the changes be. So we could make a motion to say approve the classification with the additions, with the amendments of adding 2 years journeyman and completion of an apprentice position or a something like,
Yeah.
what am I thinking of? A combination of
Combination.
Trade
of-
school.
right.
of
Trade
those.
school, okay.
Or the other frame of thought from Ms. Briseño was to do another review of outside specs, and then we would come back with a alternate spec for your review. So you can go either way, or another option that you could come up with.
I would like to make a motion to look at the other cities, get some other, qualifications, and come back with that. Do we need a vote?
Yeah, one thing that, sorry. So yeah, I like that idea too, so I don't know who would be drafting. Maybe if you guys want to draft 3 scenarios, like you could tell us, hey, Monterey Park did it like this, Carson did it like this, Los Angeles did it this way. Which scenario do you guys like, 1, 2, or 3? And we may like 3, and then we could tweak some more or not tweak anything. So I would suggest we do something like that in the next meeting, and then we pick one.
Commissioner Briseño, if I may provide a recommendation just for efficiency, if we could bring in the specs that we use to then provide another recommendation to the commission, so this way we can show and how we substantiate our recommended revisions. And then during that next meeting, when it's discussed, we could then look at if there's other areas that you'd like to either add or omit or whatever it may be. But this way we could actually bring forward an actual recommended spec that could potentially be approved by the commission. Would the commission be okay with that as a suggestion?
Yes, but just for record, Commissioner Feinbras brought this in, and here are 3 cities, Monterey Park, Linwood, Santa Fe Springs. And if you would like to, do you have a copy of that?
No.
If you'd like that, I'll get a copy from him. And just to get some ideas of what we're wanting and need, or what we all would like to see.
I'm sorry, if I can add, I'd like to see the proposed salary schedule, somewhere listed on that job announcement. And, we want to make sure that we're within the range that other communities are doing, and the requirements are comparable based upon, or the salary is comparable based upon the requirements. So in addition to that added word verbiage, if we could have that proposed salary schedule as well.
Agreed. So I guess we could take a vote to come back to,
You have a motion?
yeah, a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
I'll have to hear what we're motioning for, I'm sorry. I
To
missed
come
it.
back, with the
You're coming back
proposed
to lay on the-
changes
on
with the
the,
other city, what you
Okay.
basically
They're
proposed.
going to bring it
Okay.
back to us.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, so.
You can go.
So we go on to the plumber. Electrician. There we go. Okay. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And my questions they're similar to the electrician. For our qualifications here, it asks for 2 years' experience performing general maintenance and/or plumbing, or an equivalent combination of training and experience which provides the required skills and knowledge and abilities. So once again, if we could get the salary schedule or proposed salary schedule for that position as well. And my comparables with other communities, other cities, as I mentioned, for plumber in itself, very few cities have a standalone plumber. So many are maintenance workers, 1, 2, or 3, or utility workers, 1, 2, or 3. But the closest I came to was pulling 2 job specs from LA Unified School District, which is the 2nd largest school district in the nation, and Montebello School District. And Montebello School District requires 2 years of journey level experience in the plumbing trade, which may be substituted with trade-related coursework from accredited institution. And they also require possession of a C36 plumbing contractor's license, which is, I'm sorry, they desire that, C36 contractor's license. LA Unified School District, their experience is completion of a recognized building, plumbing apprentice program and 5 years of experience in plumbing construction, installation, alteration, or repair work, of which 1 year must have been at the journey level experience. And they also require a Los Angeles County certificate of registration as a journeyman plumber. So again, I kind of tend to think that, I believe that our current spec doesn't list those qualifications. I'd like to see some type of qualifications listed in their journeyman experience, because if they're performing again, journeyman level work, they need to have that experience and trades, some type of trade, school or college level courses in plumbing in that field. And again, you know, having that C36 that'd be great. So that's my recommendation, to add those requirements into the job spec. And I don't know if anybody else has any questions, but I'd like to make a motion to do the same thing, do comparables and add those things and bring it back to the commission to review.
I'll second that motion. Sounds reasonable.
I'll agree if you guys want to vote.
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
And also, just for clarity, what we would do with this is the same to the previous classification, which is we can bring in the specs for the ones that we lose to substantiate the new recommended job spec, and we would bring that when we bring forward the new recommended classification.
Thank you.
So there are no other items on the agenda.
The next item is the approving of the minutes for meeting of July 27th, 2021. Did everybody get a chance to review the minutes? I know you weren't here.
Yeah, we were not here, and
Mr. Lim was here.
no, I didn't get a chance to review the minutes.
They were
Are they on
attached
the, no, they weren't. To the thing, to this
to your packet?
minutes in the back.
Madam Chair, I have a question for staff. Nicole, so there was no business that was
Conducted, yeah.
conducted, right? It was just direction, let's see. Director, he offered greater understanding, clarification was provided, a motion was made to recommend to City Council to adopt Commissioner Lim, seconded by, so that was really the only business item that was done that day, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
I have what I printed. It did not print me the minutes. It's the one you provided that's here, so. I vote to approve. I move, or is it a motion to approve?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 I'll abstain.
Thank you. Okay. Do we have any staff communications?
As far as staff communications, I just want to take this opportunity to welcome the commission. Obviously, first commission together as a group. So we thank you again for signing up for this and helping us out, helping the city of Montebello. So we look forward to getting to know you all, and again, look forward to working with you. And thank you again for being commissioners. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We
Thank
hope
you.
that we can assist with this and any other matters as far as, recognizing employees. We really would like to, I would like to add those things to our service as commissioners.
Madam Chair, before we adjourn, I'd like to say something? Yeah, I'd like to request from staff, like, is there some sort of a mission statement for this commission? Or what are our rules? Just mostly our mission statement. What is it that we're here to do? It may be obvious, but I like to see it in writing. If we don't have anything, well, maybe I'll look to see if other civil service commissions have some sort of a mission statement out there, and we can come up with something.
So here are the rules. It's 25 pages. If any, I don't have any copies. I didn't make any, but I requested this, and they kindly provided it, and it is very lengthy. And the reason why that is the reason why I brought up maybe serving in a little more capacity as commissioners to come alongside the city and human resources to just recognize our employees, make, also, help, any help that you might need to reach out.
Thank you. Help is always nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I'm excited to be part of this commission, and I think it's important that we do our part to, ensure that the employees are treated well, respected. I know both for the Madam Chair and myself, we were both longtime employees, and it is nice to be recognized every now and then for the effort you put in and the work that you do out there. So we definitely need to do that to make sure that our employees know that they're appreciated by the community. So.
Are there any other Commissioner Olas at this time?
I have none.
No other matters.
No matters, no.
Okay, so we will adjourn the meeting of the Civil Service to the next regular meeting on September 26, 2023 at 6 p.m. The City Hall Council Chambers located at 1600 West Beverly Boulevard, Montebello 90640. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.